Hey everybody, Roger here. I want to talk to you guys today about this little tiff going... No, it's not a tiff, I'm sorry. I want to talk to you guys today about this little scenario going on in regards to a recent video that Tree of Logic had posted in regards to Candace Owens, her criticism and her research of Candace Owens and her social autopsy project and things about her past. I watched the video. I took a lot of the information in there as you know, I needed to do my due diligence as well, and so I did. And a lot of the things that she has come up with are definitely valid, and things to rightfully be open and critical of. There's another thing that I also noticed that is very concerning to me, that a lot of people, because they like their new Messiah of Candice, again, I like some of the things she's doing, but I question a lot of the others and a lot of reasoning as well. I do feel that though there's some positive things going on, there's also an opportunistic nature there happening as well. We don't know what the next version of Candace Owens is going to be, and so I think, excuse me, I think that Tree of Logic is right in questioning things. I'm sure you guys were questioning things with Hillary Clinton, right? You know, the first time she was around, and then when she decided to run for president, you didn't assume that she changed quickly, did you? Or maybe some of you did. You didn't think she had a change of heart when she said that that black people should be put to heel, did you? Oh, no. Oh, she's all for black people. You guys didn't have an issue with her saying that she didn't believe that gays shouldn't be allowed to marry in the 80s or in the 90s and 80s, but now she's all, you know, she's changed, right? Again, granted, some people can change, and I'm happy for that, but I think Tree of Logic puts out a lot of very credible information to actually prove the point that, or at least bring up the valid question that there's something different about Candace, and she is a bit opportunistic. I could definitely see it. Now, I watched another video. Oh, I wanted to get to something really quick. One thing that I found very odd about Candace is you can't really find much about her past, I would say, 2017. I'm sorry, 2016-ish and before. You can't really find anything. You can't find anything in regards, and things that you used to be able to find, you can't find anymore. I do custom Google searches. I do custom searches in DuckDuckGo. I haven't found anything. I haven't found anything that dealt with social autopsy, her commentary of it. I've seen references, and then when I click them, they're like newer videos, and it makes absolutely no sense to me. So there's something fishy going on there as well. What kind of a past are we trying to hide of hers that the world doesn't want to know, that the world doesn't, that, I don't know. I'm just, yeah, call me conspiracy theorist right now, but I can't find a single thing of relevancy before 2016 in her past. Maybe I'll try again and again and again. You guys let me know if you're able to find anything. So now with that said, I watched a video called I Just Unsubscribed from Tree of Logic, and it was from a guy I subscribe to who I do like a lot of his views, conservative Mexican. And in it, he's basically saying why he chose to unsubscribe to her. Now, the first thing that I thought of immediately was, echo chamber. I don't like being comfortable, personally. I'd never unsubscribe even if I hated somebody. I'm still subscribed to Candace Owens. In fact, I remember when I tweeted Candace after she created her new account, I was the number 7 person who subscribed to her Twitter account, and I'm still subscribed to her Twitter. And I even posted it on her wall, or her tweet, her Twitter response when she said, "Please subscribe to me to this channel." I was number 7. I remember that. 7 or 8. I'll post a picture of it when I find it. But I'm not going to unsubscribe to people because I don't like the way that they deliver things. You know, just because Tree of Logic may sound to you like she has an air of jealousy, which I 100% disagree with, I'm not going to unsubscribe to her because she can still provide valuable information. Same thing with Candace Owens. You know, I might not, I do question her quite a bit, but I will still follow her, and I want to see what she still has to say and whatnot. Why do people automatically, when you say people are being hypocrites, when they say that they're open-minded, but yet they close off people because they think, oh, this person's jealous, or I don't want to receive the information this way. Fuck that shit. Why? When you want to learn, if 2 + 2 is 4, and somebody yells it at you, because of the tone of that person, are you not going to believe that 2 + 2 is 4? Or because the way they screamed at you, you're going to refuse to believe, or you're going to refuse to want to learn from that person, even though it could be beneficial to gaining information? It seems like the majority aren't, because when I look down the thread, that video from Conservative Mexican, everybody on there was following the pack. Everybody was a sheep, and they were like, oh yeah, she was jealous. She's jealous because she's pretty. She's jealous because she's this. She's jealous because she's that. I'll tell you what, man. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I love Tree of Logic. I think she's amazing. She's a beautiful woman in her own right as well. Candace, pretty as well. So I mean, argue that if you want, but I think Tree of Logic is above that, and I think a lot. You guys are all refusing to see the evidence that she's putting out. I mean, even Conservative Mexican admitted it in that video. He said he only saw some of the video that she posted, that Tree of Logic posted, some. And you can go back into the video and watch it. Now, I'm not trying to lambast you or bombard you with issues I'm trying to spill here, Conservative Mexican. I'm just merely pointing out some facts. These are things that you stand for. I mean, you are saying that you did not want to sub to her because you didn't like the tone or the way that she delivered the message. You also sensed an air of jealousy, and those are the reasons. So I'm pointing those out. To each their own. To each their own. I prefer to have both my enemies and my friends and the people I like and I dislike within ear's distance, so I can at least have a good understanding of everything. Anyways, so Truth or Talk was also made a comment in that video thread as well, in Conservative Mexican's video, and I think her and I both think alike in this subject. Conservative Mexican is not looking at the aspects of her past, of Candace's past, when it comes to why Tree of Logic has every right to criticize Candace, and why we all should as well. We should all question her. Again, everything appearing out of nowhere. She has disabled a lot of her tracks from the past, and it's very hard to, unless you know who Candace Owens is in the past, with social autopsy, degree 180, etc. Her issue with I guess her boyfriend prank calling her and whatnot. There was 2 or 3 or 4 different stories about that nothing is still unclear. And when you try to Google it, she even posted on her Twitter, I'm gonna be releasing information about what happened that day if you don't calm down, to some other tweeter. I forget who. So the information's it was out there, but now it's not. I have no idea what to think anymore about this woman. There's a lot of shadiness that's happening. I'm not sure if the right word is shadiness. I mean, I know that she's making a positive change for some people, but again, you can hire devils from within, and I'm not saying she's a devil, but I'm using an example word here. You can hire devils from within. They can help you out temporarily, but in the long run, something bad can happen. You just got to be cautious. You just got to be cautious about these things. Be cautious about me. Be cautious about me. Be cautious about Conservative Mexican. Be cautious about Truth or Talk, Tree of Logic, etc., etc., etc. But don't completely be hypocritical and I'm saying this to everyone, not just these content creators. But don't be hypocritical and just ostracize yourself from everybody and have that echo chamber when you preach not having an echo chamber. You have so many different stories about, and I'm talking about Candace at this point, about collecting information from social autopsy. You're saying it never collected information, yet there's other people out there that say otherwise, and I think they've had information out there before. I can't find it. If anybody can find it, let me know. I'm pretty sure I'll run into it. I mean, I haven't really looked all that hard right now, but I will. Okay, the other reason that kind of irks me about people entrusting Candace is that at this point, there's 2 things going on. it was a tweet that she posted, I think it was on May 8th or May 9th, somewhere around that time, where she's saying that she's getting ready to hire attorneys, and she's gonna make it known that it's not gonna. She's gonna make crime pay, I guess, for you know, somebody, a news agency or a news outlet trying to slander black conservatives. Which I mean, wouldn't you do that for all, not just black? Anyways, so she puts this out, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, a social autopsy all over again, because this. I think it's BuzzFeed actually that this tweet was related to, because BuzzFeed had interviewed 3 people, 3 women that Candace knew from her past, I guess, and those three women allegedly, and people are taking it as fact because they love Candace. Allegedly, they called Candace and said, yeah, they're trying to. BuzzFeed is sorry, these people I'm waiting on here. BuzzFeed is basically sorry guys, I'll edit that out. BuzzFeed is basically so basically what she says overall is that she said that BuzzFeed was harassing these women, 3 women that she knew from her past, and said that if you don't give us your side of the story, we're going to publish your names or whatever. However, there's an article in the Daily Wire, or in the Daily something, I think it's the Daily Wire, that said that when Candace was approached to provide evidence that BuzzFeed was actually trying to blackmail these 3 women into providing information to giving a report, Candace refused to provide evidence. I mean, so what? You guys are going to take her for her word? You guys, a lot of you people who support her, support people like her at this position, similar to me. If you support me, I don't expect you to take my word for it. You find evidence. You do your due diligence. Put Candace Owens on the spot. Have her provide that evidence. And if the evidence is out there, good. But you know what? Right now, she's not willing to show it. And that's where I question her credibility. You know, she's willing to say, oh yeah, you know, they're going to defame me and I'm going to get an attorney and yada, yada, yada. Okay, well, show us the evidence that these women are calling you, saying that they're harassing, that BuzzFeed is harassing them. Now, granted, there's already ample time now where Candace is, you know, she's in with the big names now, and she could probably make some money. She could probably pay them to say that. Who knows? At this point in time, I don't know. There's a lot of time. Reality speaks here. There's a lot of time for all this stuff to actually take place. I mean, and then you say, and then you, in one of your tweets, you talk about, and you say this a lot, quite a bit actually. You talk of plantation Democrats and whatnot. Plantation black people or minorities are always, you know, we're always in the plantation with the Democrats. Well, you know, servers like Social Autopsy was a plantation. I mean, it was a plantation for us to be blackmailed to have we would have our information on there unwillingly, posted by other people who would otherwise not have a platform to dox us in that way, and it is a form of doxing. And we're on your plantation now. We're under your control. You know, if that website would have gone through, I'm so glad it got taken down. I'm so glad that it was put in its place. So overall, you know, I'm with Tree of Logic on this. There's no reason why people, it's the same thing as Obama. You guys are all like falling for the hope thing here. You know, all these supposed words that come out of this woman's mouth, deliverables, supposedly, apparently there's people who lay claim that she's changing a lot of minds of a lot of black people. And granted, she probably is changing some, but I think is being over dramatized. And Tree of Logic was correct in saying that, you know, and I'll stand by her with this. If you want to really help the black community, you need to have a black representative, or Mexican or whatever, vice versa for any other race, from that community and from that lifestyle to actually represent, and not somebody who doesn't come from that lifestyle. You know, I grew up poor, and I grew up a poor Mexican. I could say that I have some experience. If I was ever to be in that position, I'm not ever going to be. I don't want to be. I like what I'm doing right now to help. But Candace didn't really have that past. So everybody's saying, oh, well, now you're judging her because she's never had this past. Well, let me ask you this. If an actor was wearing a hospital scrubs, would you want him to do surgery on you? Probably not, because he doesn't have the background. He's only acting. He's an actor, and he came from, he's playing the part. Not saying that Candace is playing the part. That's debatable at this point. And I will keep that option open. Maybe she's being truthful, maybe she's not. I think she's opportunistic, just like Tree of Logic believes. There's a lot of room for that in my head right now, and there should be for everybody else who don't know anything about her past. You guys are all going the way of Obama. Hope this, hope that, hope this, hope that. You have that hope card with Candace here. And you guys are refusing. I've seen from the comments, because I posted in the comments as well, and I'm reading the responses to mine. They're all that you have the wrong view. One of the commenters said, and I'm like, well, it's my view. I mean, at least I'm looking. At least I'm trying to see all sides here, all sides. I want to see she's telling the truth. I want to see what she's actually proven that she can back up. So far, nothing. I mean, it's the darling of the world of the minority community has come. Time will tell if this is going to be a mistake or not, or if it's going to be, again, another Obama scenario where we have the supposed Messiah that everybody is loving and preaching and just grueling all over right now for the change. Great, if she's able to make some impact, go for it. But you know what? You're also proving your hypocrisy here. You're bringing back your past by wanting to dox people, or you're censoring. BuzzFeed has a right to I don't like BuzzFeed. I don't follow them. I hate their fucking shit, but they have a right to post things whatever they want if they're getting information from a credible source, and they can post it. And if it's slander, go ahead and prove that slander, but provide the evidence, and maybe you'll have your day in court with them, and maybe you'll be right. And at that point, I'll go ahead and say, yeah, you're right. But until then, you're not providing any evidence. You're basically just wanting to sue them, but you're not wanting to provide any evidence if these women were actually coerced into talking to BuzzFeed, among other places that are supposedly slandering you. So I hope you all can see where I'm coming from with all this. Again, I'd rather have people from, I don't know. I guess I probably need to stop on this before I go a little too far. But what are you guys' thoughts on Candace Owens? And what are you guys' thoughts on Tree of Logic getting chastised quite a bit? I think it's unfair, but I think it's a given. I get chastised quite a bit for my views as well, and I'm okay with it. And I'm pretty sure she's a strong individual as well. She's a very strong individual as well, so she can take it. But then I look at all the comments, and we have all these sheep followers that are just saying, oh yeah, I've unsubbed to her. She's a jealous, ugly bitch. And I'm like, again, people, you guys are being fucking assholes. It's not even about that. She's giving you information. You don't want to take it. You're gaga over this woman, and you're letting your feelings go above rational thought here. So anyways, I'm on team Tree of Logic. I agree with Truth or Talk in this. I don't agree with Conservative Mexican, though. I do agree with him on quite a bit of other things. I don't agree with him on this because it does make it look like he is purposely. He got triggered with how she was delivering her content. To each their own. I guess we all have the ways that we like to hear things, but I can usually listen to information and not give a shit about how somebody delivers that information, as long as I'm getting something of relevancy from it. That's how it should be. Anyways, you guys' thoughts? Thumbs up, thumbs down. We'll go from there. I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye-bye.